It was like being in a dense fog. I was looking from afar at everyone getting on with their lives. I could not cry, and then when the fog started to lift, I could not stop crying.
I went into a kind of a traumatised, I think, it probably was traumatic in that I found some dead on the ground, and it was, out of the blue. And for 4 months I couldn't cry, even though I really wanted to, I just couldn't. And I was very, very distressed.
The heart was out of the blue. Osh was a hurler and a footballer and a soccer player and just an all-round sportsman. And he went off to a soccer game on a Saturday morning and he collapsed on the pitch and died like that.
We had been searching for him for 2 days, and immediately afterwards, when his body was found, my wife went into a catatonic state for a few hours, which was again very, very difficult on me personally. It probably helped me to get over the first few hours.
Yeah, the grief was just awful when we got that phone call. The pain and this awful emptiness in my heart and in the pit of my stomach. It's just the worst I've ever felt in my whole life.
It was really a nightmare period. It was much better when, after 4 months, I began to be able to cry, and gradually I began to be able to remember Luke better. It was still very painful, but that was just my experience. I don't think that happens to everybody. I think it was probably to do with the nature of the sudden nature of his death.
Afterwards, I just kept read stuff. I think I was constantly looking for some sort of answer, but it is like a juggernaut or a tsunami or, something. It's catastrophic, because I think you really have a life before and a life after. So you have two very distinct existences, and I suppose it's all about learning who you are again in the new world, which is really hard, I suppose, when you're defined by your role as a parent, to two seemingly, almost grown up healthy children, and for that then to change overnight. It's a very strange world.
Our grief, in actual fact, never ends, and our broken heart is there. But we move our children into a place in our hearts that's good and healthy, and allows us to be able to smile again and to live again with them alongside us. So they're absent and they're present all at the same time.
Just don't pretend that you're okay when you're not. Go with your emotions. You have to help yourself. You have to want to live as well, and that's what our kids, so it would be very easy for me and Tom, having nobody to say, oh, let's give up, let's hit the pub. But no, never thought my mind would heal again, and it is. My heart will never heal, but that's okay. But I can live and I can get out there.